What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today at Reactions to the Classics, we got a reaction to Red House Painters and Sun Kil Moon. This song battle today is coming courtesy of suggestion from our guy, our song battle connoisseur, Fran, the man, coming in, bringing this, and I always enjoy your battles that you bring, Fran, and I think today will be no different. We got Katy song, as you can see at the bottom, by Red House Painters. We did a reaction to one of their tracks, a year and a half ago now.
Have you forgotten?
And then that's going to be going against Carissa from Sun Kil Moon. So, yeah, man, looking forward to diving into this. We'll start with Katy's song.
Yeah, it's from the album Red House Painters in 1993. Red House Painters were an American rock band formed in San Francisco in 1988. They were one of the most prominent acts associated with the slowcore / sadcore subgenre. Fronted by primary songwriter Mark Kozelek, he did vocals and guitars. The band also included drummer Anthony Kustos and bass guitarist Jerry Vessel. Guitarists Gordon Mack and Phil Carney both performed with the band during separate 6-year tenures. In 2001, they quietly dissolved with Kustos, Vessel, and Carney, continuing to perform and record with Kozelek under his new guys, Sun Kil Moon. That's how these connect, sort of how they connect more than that, until 2010.
This is acclaimed as the 162nd best song in the 90s by Pitchfork. It is generally acknowledged as the Red House Painters' best stand-alone song. The grief behind the song is so profound that one critic considered it the 93rd saddest song ever, so there we go.
I mean, that would be a brutal thing to what? I guess he probably compiled his 100 saddest songs ever. That'd be a fun listen and go through, but yeah, I mean, with the research on this song, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Well, and with a long one about a little over 8 minutes, man, we're definitely going to have the lyrics pulled up, following along with that, just going to take it in, give our thoughts, and then we'll go to Carissa by Sun Kil Moon. Already quite digging this guitar tone, building that atmosphere.
Some escape, some door to open. This path seems the blackest, but I guess it's the soonest. But there in the clearing, I know you'll be wearing your young aching smile and waving your hand. Can't go with my heart when I can't feel what's in it. I thought you'd come over, but for some reason you didn't. Glass on the pavement under my shoe. Without you is all my life amounts to.
Great first verse right there, man.
Yeah.
A final sleep, no words from my cutting mouth to your ear, or tired wicked pinches from my fingers to your bitter face that I can't heal. I know tomorrow you will be somewhere in London, living with someone. You got some kind of family there to turn to, and that's more than I could ever give you. a chance for calm, a hope for freedom, outlet from my cold solitary kingdom, by the forest of our spring stay, where you walked away and left a bleeding part of me, empty and bothered, watching the water, quiet in the corner, numb and falling through. Without you, what does my life amount to?
Now we're only halfway through the song, so we're gonna repeat, or we're just gonna
Yeah,
instrumentation vibe through the last half of the song? I think he's gonna repeat verse 3, Trey. Let's play what we think's gonna happen.
get our predictions in. Well, we are getting some vocalizing.
Well, just some freewheeling vocalizing.
Red House Painters, Katy song here. I was looking at as the song was going on. This is the third song. It definitely had a sense of being like a closer to me,
I agree.
as well. And man, just a very lonely, emotionally dense song right here too. And,
Yeah, every line means something. There's nothing wasted here, and it's basically this girl left him, and it just wasn't going to work out well for him, and he's just. Like at the end of the first one, can't go with my heart when I can't feel what's in it. I thought you'd come over, but for some reason you didn't. Glass on the pavement under my shoe. Without you is all my life amounts to.
Ooh, yeah, dude. Then, I like how you said that every line,
there's no waste.
You can just feel that emotional anguish that he's got there, and he notes that he just predicts, I know tomorrow you'll be somewhere in London living with someone. You got some kind of family there to turn to, and that's more than I could ever give you. So he's also looking inward at his shortcomings and why maybe this didn't work out in that regard. And definitely a very atmospheric tune as well, with those guitars just kind of differing in their tone, just clear tones kind of shifting in there. And the last half of the song, we were predicting, are we going to get another verse going in? We just had a lot of vocalizing from Mark there. And
it almost went into a dream pop type of second half.
And so, man, I dug it, man. Kind of in that slow. You can see how it's in that. What's a dub? Slow core. I know we both are a big fan of Galaxy 500,
Yes.
who's kind of considered in that genre. Codine's another one of my favorites in that type of vein too. But I thought Mark crushed it on this, man.
He did.
And great, great and heavy song. And we're going to keep the heavy vibes going as we now go to a Sun Kill Moon track, Carissa, from the record Benji in 2014. As we noted, this is now the kind of the big creative effort for Mark here after Red House Painters.
And it's usually him by himself a lot of times nowadays. The project is named after the Korean super flyweight boxer Sun Kill Moon, because I was wondering how in the world. This is the opening track of Benji. Mark initiates motifs that run throughout the album of death, regret, grief, childhood, home, nostalgia, and family, with a reflection of the death of his second cousin, Carissa J. Samsel. She died in 2013 at the age of 35 in a freak accident involving flammable waste, tragically under the same circumstances as her grandfather years before.
When I first saw you, you were a lovely child.
Mark got some wear on the voice now.
Yeah, he does.
Seasoned.
15 and pregnant and running wild. I remember wondering, could there be a light at the end of your tunnel? But I left Ohio then and pretty much forgotten all about you. I guess you were there some years ago at a family funeral, but you were one of so many relatives, I didn't know which one was you. Yesterday morning I woke up to so many 330 area code calls. I called my mom back and she was in tears and asked how I spoke to my father. Carissa burned to death last night in a freak accident fire. In her yard in Brewster, her daughter came home from a party and found her. Same way as my uncle, who was her grandfather. An aerosol can blew up in the trash. Goddamn, what were the odds? She was just getting ready to go to her midnight shift as an RN in Wadsworth, and she vanished up in flames like that. But there had to be more to her life's worth. Everyone's grieving out of their minds, making arrangements and taking drugs. But I'm flying out there tomorrow because I need to give and get some hugs. 'Cause I got questions that I'd like to get answered. I may never get them, but Carissa, I gotta know, how did it happen? Carissa was 35. You don't just raise 2 kids and take out your trash and die. She was my second cousin. I didn't know her well at all, but it don't mean that I wasn't. Meant to find some poetry, to make some sense of this, to find a deeper meaning in the senseless tragedy. Oh, Carissa, I'll sing your name across every sea.
Powerful tune, and we're only halfway done with it.
I know, man.
Were you doing someone else's chores from? Were you just killing time, finding things to do all by your lonesome? Was it even you who mistakenly put flammables in the trash? Was it your kids just being kids? If so, the guilt they will carry around forever. Well, I'm going out there to get a look at the landscapes, to get a look at those I'm connected by blood, and see how it all may have shaped me. Well, I'm going out there, though I'm not really needed. I'm just so broken up about it. How is it that this sad history repeated? I'll return to Ohio, to the place I was small, gonna see where I hung with my cousins and played with them in the snow and fished in their ponds. Gonna see how they've grown, visit some graves and say, hey, I've missed you. Gonna find out as much as I can about my little second cousin Carissa. Gonna go to Ohio, where I was born. Got a 10:45 a.m. flight, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Gonna see my aunts and uncles, my parents and sisters. Mostly I'm going to pay my respects to my little second cousin Carissa. Going to Ohio, where for now I feel I belong. Ask those who know the most about Carissa, for it is her life and death that I'm helplessly drawn. Carissa was 35, raised kids since she was 15 years old, and suddenly died next to an old brick fire pit. Oh, there's gotta be more than that. She was only my second cousin, but it don't mean that I'm not here for her or that I wasn't. Meant to give her life poetry, to make sure her name is known across every sea.
Kill Moon, Carissa, the opener, man. Whew.
I know, I'd like to listen to this album. I mean, I believe this whole album's just intense. I mean, this is definitely just different right up front, just instrumentally. I mean, it's just Mark and his acoustic guitar, and, you know, he sounds different, as you pointed out, many years further on down the line.
Oh yeah, you can definitely. He's got a little more ruggedness and wisdom in that voice. As we're 20 years past.
20 years, and you just feel like he wrote this song right after it happened.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a
I
lot
don't
of
know
raw emotion.
Raw emotion, and he's describing when he's going to go out on the plane the next morning. But what a yeah, I mean, it just had you enthralled from the very start.
Oh, man. No, I was hooked right from the beginning, man. One of those songs that flies by, even though it's, a little more of a lengthy tune. I mean, and not much to break down in the sense because, I mean, he just describes it all so well. He talks about Carissa, you get the sense, okay, she was 15, already pregnant. He notes, and he does, I like that too, where he noted, like, I'm not going to pretend that me and her were tight. And
he never saw her after that.
And yet he notes that he's going to make her name known across and sing your name across every sea. I thought that was really cool, man. And he notes the grandfather dying the exact same way. Like, what are the odds that happens?
He mentioned that she has 2 children. I'm going to tell you what the situation is, Trey, because I grew up in a podunk little town. Well, I didn't grow up there, but I was there halfway through 7th grade through 12th grade. And I got out as fast as I could. Shout out to Logan, New Mexico. But Trey, I forgot all about this, but when the song came on, we had to burn our trash.
See, okay.
So we had a trash barrel. You
Okay.
can't put anything flammable aerosols. So obviously she had an aerosol can, whether it's like a
Okay.
Lysol can, an air freshener can.
Yeah.
And if you're standing by it, it'll blow up. And
Okay.
that fire must have blown. And then, oh my gosh, and her kids came home and found her. So then he's like,
Dude,
did
yeah,
she
that-
accidentally put it in there? But that's the visual. Not that I'm trying to give you, but that's what happened. It's just an innocent daily chore. Maybe she was tired at the end of the day.
She
and just
noted-
threw it,
She worked as a nurse, had her shift coming up, and man, yeah, just all those questions that go through your mind. It's like his grief was being processed through this song, and
Yeah.
we all get to experience it, man. It was a very powerful listen right there, and I quite like the bridge too, where you had the backing vocals.
Yeah, I
singing.
thought that added a little bit of softness, a little more, to it. I thought that was good. So this one's tough, Trey. It's tough to pick a winner here because,
Yeah.
Carissa is basically a eulogy to a woman who, was real. And Katy's song is probably not real, but it has the same emotion. So, I mean, they're just, oh man. I'm going to go, I'll pick first this time. I'm going to make you do it a lot of times. I'm still going to go with Katy's song, even though I think Carissa was absolutely fantastic and the songwriting was great. But Katy's song, the atmospheric part of it just really did it. But I mean, I wouldn't argue with anybody that has Carissa. What about you?
Yeah, man, I'm going to be going with Carissa myself just since it was such a powerful song, but I get why he chose Katy's song. I love the guitar work and atmosphere there. I think this battle just really highlights what a talent that Mark Kozlek is, not only as a songwriter, but as a guitarist as well. And yeah, man, definitely got to check out some Red House Painters and some Sun Kil Moon and this record, Benji. I'm like, if we started with Carissa as this record, what else is on this thing, man?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Thank you, Fran, for bringing this battle.
Yeah.
Neither one of these groups are very well known, Trey. When that happens, a lot of people don't watch this. So I hope a lot of people watch this because it's 2 powerful songs. But you like to support us anyway, as Fran does. Check out the Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen.
And until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see you.